1st of September. Happy back to Hogwarts Day! I love the 1st of September mostly because autumn is my favourite season of the year, and it means that there's 1 month till Halloween and it's all spooky and I love it. And I also love September because it is back to Hogwarts, and the 1st of September always feels super magical and wonderful. And I woke up this morning and I looked outside and it was like condensation on the window and it felt like autumn, and it was, the air smells crisp. I've had all the windows open and it's so fresh, and we love autumn, you know. I mean, it's technically still summertime until a certain date in September, but that's fine, we're gonna go with autumn. So as it is back to Hogwarts Day, unfortunately I do have to actually go to work later on today, so I could not head down to London, go to King's Cross, go to the studio tour or do anything to celebrate, which is super sad. But I thought I would bring some Harry Potter content because I've been kind of lacking on that recently and I need to get back into it, but I've been so behind on everything. I'm so sorry. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I love bonus content. I will buy like any additional content of things. Like, I love deleted scenes, extended editions, extra chapters in books, special editions of books. I absolutely bloody love it. In the Harry Potter universe, which is a very big and broad universe, there are a lot. Recently there's been so many more, but there are a lot of bonus content books and books with additional information about the Wizarding World, about the books, about the movies, some written by J.K. Rowling, some written by other people, some involved with the films, and I love it. So I have a collection of some of my favourite bonus content books, and books that I think are must-haves for fans of Harry Potter, and if you love Harry Potter you will love these books, and I think that they're absolutely wonderful, so I thought that I would share them with you. I've been getting a lot of requests recently to do an updated Harry Potter shelves tour, so this isn't an entire book collection because the most of them are on my shelves, and that is going to come hopefully this week at some point, but this is just my favourite additional books because I still have other additional books on my shelves, but these are like my favourites, you know what I mean? So first of all, I'm going to talk about the first ever additional content, like bonus Harry Potter books that I ever got, and I got these in 2001 I think, which is crazy. It was, yeah, 2001, and they are old now, the pages are so yellow, and that is Quidditch Through the Ages and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by like Newt Scamander and Kennel-worthy Wisp, but J.K. Rowling. And I loved these. I remember getting these at the time and being so like, oh my god, there's more information, and especially Fantastic Beasts because this one actually has like it's as if Harry is written in it, and they're just like writing like little messages to each other, and I absolutely love it, and they're just arguing and it's just wonderful. And I also loved hearing more about Quidditch because I don't think I would actually feasibly be able to play Quidditch if I lived in the Wizarding World, but I always like to assume that I would. So I liked hearing more about it. And obviously the Holyhead Harpies, which is my team because that's who Ginny Weasley played with, which I didn't know at the time, but it was exciting. And they came out actually with full comic relief a long time ago. They were bonus books that were released, and I remember like they were in Sainsbury's like on a stand, and everyone was just going crazy for these books, and they were like £2. Yeah, literally, like, no, £2.50, which is the same as 4 sickles and 3 nuts, which some people say Canuts, and if Canuts is right, that's so wrong. But I absolutely love those. I feel like the detail in them is amazing. I loved the stuff that J.K. Rowling did back then because the books were really big, but they hadn't hit like the peak of how big they became. So there was still time to do things like this, which I really loved, and I will like treasure these editions for a very long time. So similarly to that, we also have my first ever edition of The Tales of Beedle the Bard. This is another one that came out I think like 2007, and this was also for a charity. It was for a children's charity, and this is obviously of all the stories in Beedle the Bard, and I loved it because it actually says translated from the original runes by Hermione Granger, which I absolutely loved, and it's a really, really nice copy of the book. I really like kind of the design on it, and it's just like a little book that you'd get in the Hogwarts library or a little children's book, and I really, really loved it. That being said, America, who always has gorgeous book covers and always releases books that the covers are so gorgeous and wonderful, released these. The Hogwarts Library, and you can still buy these. These ones you can't still buy. eBay is your best bet for these ones. But this this you can still buy. This is available in America. It's also on Book Depository, which is amazing. I have an affiliate link, so if you go and follow my affiliate link, I'll get small commission with no extra cost to you, but if you get it from Book Depository, they have free shipping, which is really cool. And this is Tales of Beedle the Bard, Quidditch Through the Ages, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, but they're so gorgeous. So they come in this amazing book, which looks like something you'd find in the Hogwarts library, this box, which is just beautiful. And look at these books. They are gorgeous. Look. Oh, I love them. Oh, look at this. This looks like an actual, like, proper textbook that you'd get out of Hogwarts. And they are beautiful. I absolutely love these. These are so nice. And these are, absolutely one of my favourite editions of these particular books. They're absolutely amazing. The detail is insane. Obviously this is by Newt Scamander, and even inside they look like textbooks, and I love them so much. This is why everyone wants like Hogwarts a history and a history of magic, because like I would pay so much money for those things. Tying in with those, the audiobook for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is amazing. It's read by Newt Scamander, Eddie Redmayne. Who plays Newt Scamander. It's so good to hear him talk, and there is again bonus content for that one. The Quidditch Through the Ages audiobook is my favourite thing. It goes to the book, and then we have Ginny and Rita Skeeter like narrating the Quidditch world, and because she works for the Daily Prophet, Ginny, and is the Quidditch correspondent, and I love those. So they are also like some of my favourite bonus Harry Potter books, but the audiobooks are amazing and I would 100% recommend it. Talking about Newt Scamander, two of my favourite bonus books are actually Fantastic Beasts bonus books, and I love them just because of the way that they are, like the way that they look and everything they have in it. The first one is The Case of the Beast, which was like all designed by Mina Lima and written by Mark Salisbury, and this is still available to buy. If you can see here, you can see the little Niffler's hands, which is amazing, and when you open it, it's like Newt's suitcase. Obscurious books, which I love, and it's like all the things that went into the first Fantastic Beasts film. There's things that you can like pick out, like props and stuff. And it's just absolutely amazing. Like I said, you can like pull these things out, which is really cool for cosplays, for photos. This is like classified MACUSA files, which are so cool. It's just, the detail in these books are absolutely incredible, and I love the fact that it's like a little suitcase that you can see the Niffler's hands, and we have the MACUSA on the back as well, and a little like label tag which says passenger's name Newt Scamander and destination New York City. But I really love this. I feel like the detail in this is amazing. Like the Fantastic Beasts films, obviously people have opinions on them and stuff. I like them. I wonder, I'm curious how they're going to keep expanding it, but I really love the like aesthetics of the film and how the film was made. And then I have the similar one, which is Crimes of Grindelwald, which is like an archive, which is really cool because it fits like the whole A Strange Vault theme, which is what I really like about them, is they really fit the themes of the films really well. And we have a little bookmark thing in here for you to keep your place, which is super cool. We have Ministry of Magic identification cards in here, and we have like the copy of Spellbound that says Newt's getting married, which is not, and all of this amazing stuff that we can pull out. And I really also love this one. I got this for Christmas in the year just gone. These are still both available. You can get them on Amazon, in Waterstones, I assume Book Depository, and lots of different places, and I really love the detail in them and just how amazing they are. Then we have Harry Potter Journey Through a History of Magic. Now this is actually a tie-in book from the exhibit that was at the British Library. I went to this exhibit in, was it 2017? And it was so interesting because it was the aspects of the Wizarding World but in real life and what inspired them, and you could see Nicholas Flamel's like gravestone, and there was like a real like scroll for the Philosopher's Stone recipe, and it was absolutely amazing. And it was all this kind of real Wizarding World stuff, but how aspects of real life inspired J.K. Rowling. This is kind of a journey through what you got to see there. So like the potion bottles that were there, cauldrons, and where the cauldron came from is kind of like the beginning of witchcraft and what it was used for and how they used things from the earth to make certain things. There was like a herbology section, all of this amazing stuff that went into J.K. Rowling's inspiration for the Wizarding World, and I really like this. You can get a hardback version as well of this, which is slightly more detailed. It's got a big forks on it, like a big phoenix. I really like this one because it's just a collection of artifacts from that exhibit kind of brought to life, and it was a good little thing to have after going to the exhibit that I can look back on. So this is also one of my favourite ones, and also I love this whole like style on here as well. It's really cool. Now these next ones are my absolute favourites. One of them I just got recently after wanting it for years and years, and one of them I was really lucky and was able to get when I worked at Waterstones, so I got 50% off because this one's expensive. It was £50 but I got it for 25, but I would definitely look around and see if you can see it anywhere else. There's an updated version now which is white, which I've seen in many supermarkets for like £20, £25, so definitely have a look around because it is expensive. But that is Harry Potter page to screen, which is the entire complete filmmaking journey of like all 8 films. And this is like a coffee table book. It is a big book and it takes a while to read through and look through, but it has all of this stuff in it, which I will show you. Like we have the first film, it says Sorcerer's Stone, it's, you know, and it's just a really in-depth exploration of each film and how they put together each film, which I really liked. Yeah, this is amazing. Like I said, it's definitely a coffee table book. It's a big book, but it's so interesting to look through and read how these films got put together because, like I said, bonus content. And then very similarly but a lot smaller, we have the film Wizardry. This is the revised and expanded edition which you can now get, and I love this so much because of the amount of stuff that's in this that you can pull out and use for cosplays and for different designs. And we have so many incredible things that are in this book. I got this from the Harry Potter studio tour on my last visit back in June, but it's definitely available in lots of other places. It's around £25. I paid 26 at the studio tour, but it is in other places a little bit cheaper. But yeah, definitely this is amazing. The amount of stuff that you can pull out of this that there is, it's so cool, and I really love this book. This book is like the one I would say is like a must-have for fans of Harry Potter. Like I can't believe it took me as long as it did to get hold of it because it's so good and so detailed and just so many amazing things inside, which I love. And of course, finally, and I'm not going to show all of them because there is 3 so far, the 4th one comes out very soon, and then there's also Quidditch, Beedle the Bard and Fantastic Beasts, but the illustrated editions of the books, which are absolutely gorgeous. The illustrations in this, they are illustrated by Jim Kay, except Beedle the Bard is Chris Riddle and Fantastic Beasts is Olivia Lomenchi-Gill. I did know that, I just had to remind myself. These are absolutely wonderful. They are so detailed. They have absolutely fantastic illustrations, bringing the story to life. These are really good for kids as well because, like I said, it is like, I mean, they're expensive, so not super young because you don't want them to like break them, but because they get to tell the story of the Harry Potter world and Harry's journey, but with these amazing illustrations, and they're just absolutely wonderful and I love them so much. I'm so excited for Goblet of Fire, but it is so big and I was expecting them to split it into 2 books, but they haven't, so I am curious as to how many illustrations are actually going to be in it, and it's going to be a big book. It's going to be like chunkies. But yes, I love the illustrated ones. They're absolutely amazing and the detail that goes into them is incredible. So yes, so that was my favourite bonus Harry Potter books. Do you have any of these books? Are you planning on getting any of these books? What is your favourite bonus Harry Potter books? There's so many now. There's so many that it's so hard to keep up with. There's a couple that I haven't even like, I'm not even aware of that I know exist, but I need to like actually look up and figure out. But there's so many amazing bonus content books to link with the books, but also link to the films. I think there's a good mixture between the two, which is really good, that we still get that focus on the books. For example, these ones, which are just additional stories, but then also the like film archives and that kind of thing, which is just a really cool detailed exploration of both the book Wizarding World and the movie Wizarding World, and also J.K. Rowling's inspiration for a lot of them. So if you guys are new here, then I make videos a couple of times a week about books and fandom things, so if you'd like to stick around and join us, then you can do that. And as usual, all the links to all my other social medias are in the description below if you want to come hang out with me on there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope we're doing really well, and I will see you next time. Bye!